What's up everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I will be demonstrating how I came up with this sultry wispy cat eye look on my client. And with every client I love to start off by taping back her eyelid so that I can expose all of those lashes. And I usually use about 2 pieces of tape, one closer to the inner eye and then one that's farthest out near the outer corner. Now I do this because it's easiest to lash those lashes. But before we start applying new lashes, we're going to remove some of these older lashes from a previous set. To remove these lashes, I'm going to use the banana peel method. That's going to be the method I choose, being that I'm not using a cream remover, and I'm not going to remove all of the existing lash extensions, just the ones that have grown out and have twisted and turned. And now we can start applying her lash extensions. With every hybrid set, I always start off with classic lashes, and I pretty much fill up my foundation with about 60 to 70% of classic lashes. The diameter of the classic lashes that I'll be using is 0.18 cc, 14 millimeter and 16 millimeter. Now I'm not mixing these two lengths together. I'm using the 14 millimeter from the inner corner slightly halfway through the lash line, and then from that point on all the way to the outer corner I'm using the 16 millimeter. We are creating a wispy cat eye. My client wanted something wispy, but based off of her eye shape, I knew that I needed to incorporate some type of elongated effect at the end. So that's why I'm just carrying out these 16 millimeters all the way until her outer corner. I'm not bringing them back down. That way I'm able to give my client what she wants, but still ensuring that the final look will complement her eye shape.
Why are you so crazy?
Here is where I'm brushing to see if there's any fallout that may occur, in which I have that one little lash, but we're just going to take her off and go ahead and brush through to make sure that my coverage is laid out real smoothly. I can fill in about 10 more percent. I feel like that was like the 60% mark. So I'm just adding a few more lashes so I can get like the full effect of wispiness within my set. Now I'm adding my handmade volume fans. I'm using 0.05 cc curl in 10 millimeter and 12 millimeter. I'm using my 12 millimeter fans from the outer corner to the mid lash line, and I'll be using 10 millimeters from the mid lash line to the inner corner. As you can see, I left quite a few lashes in the inner and outer corner, specifically because, as we all should know by now, the inner and outer corner can make or break your look. So I want to ensure that I'm giving the most coverage in those areas. So I left quite a few lashes alone and not lashing them with the classic lashes. Now that I've completed my outer corner to mid lash line, I'm going to start working on my inner corner. Now I'm going to be using 2 pieces of tape to get into this inner corner. The eye that we're looking at is my right eye, but on camera it looks like it's her left eye, but this is actually her right eye. It's really difficult for me to get into my right eye inner corner because I'm right-handed, so I use my first piece of tape to lift up and out, and then I use my second piece of tape to just spread my lashes out even further. So that's why I have 2 pieces of tape, to really make sure I get in those inner and outer corners. When you have a good spread of your inner corner, You're able to realize where you can go in and add a little bit more classic lashes. So that's exactly what I did. I went in and added some more of the 14 millimeter classic lashes. This will also prevent your lash set from looking really choppy in certain areas and flow just a little bit better. And now that I've removed that one piece of tape, you can literally see where her lash line looks a little bit more elongated. And I'm just going to go in with that 10 millimeter 0.5 cc curl lash fans to fill in the rest of her inner corner. And when I try to get in that inner corner, I don't play no games about it. You see me lifting up that eyelid so I can get in that inner corner. It's not a game and it's not to be played with. That inner and outer corner can make or break your overall lash look, ladies. So make sure that you all are really getting up in there, okay? And this pretty much wraps up her right eye. And as you can tell, I am so satisfied. Look how slow I'm brushing through her lashes, y'all. So you can definitely tell how it's shorter in the inner corner and it gradually gets longer to her outer corner. And I was still making sure that I gave her what she wanted by making those classic lashes the length that I chose. Here, I'm just making sure my lashes are not stuck to my under eye pad, and then I'm just going to give it one more brush through. Y'all, I turned my back for 2 seconds to go ahead and spin my glue again, and here she go. Do not do this if you are a client. We put the tape on your eyes for a reason. Now look at it. Now look at it. Trash. And I'm finna come in here and try to fix it. And guess what? I can't. So now we gotta start all the way over and retape your eye, which takes away from your lash time. So y'all, if y'all have to scratch, just hold your finger up and let us know. We got you, okay? Okay. So we are back with a freshly taped left eye, and while we sitting here, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the tape from her right eye so that nothing is irritating her and she is back to being comfortable. Everything that we did on the left eye, I'm going to do the same thing on the right eye. We're going to tape those inner and outer corners up, and here she go again, y'all. Look, stop. We gonna tape that up. I'm gonna give her a little brush through, okay? We gonna take off those hanging lashes and go ahead and start lashing with the 16 and 14 millimeter 0.18 cc curl. And at this point, I started to go ahead and apply my volume fans to her lashes. We are finished lashing at this point, so now I'm just going to remove her tape from that inner corner spread. And our final step will be to bond all of her lashes together. So this is a super bonder or a sealant that you can use at the end of your lash appointment. I like to go ahead and give a nice clean brush through so I can make sure that there's no fallout. I have applied the super bonder to my micro swab, and I am just applying that bonder to the base of my lash extensions, okay? You don't have to wing it all the way up to the tip of the lash line, but you definitely want to make sure you are covering your bases, because that is where most of your adhesive meets the natural lash. And I did wait about 2 minutes before I grabbed a fan. The only reason why I grabbed a fan at this point is because I just feel like it feels good to my client. So wait 2 minutes before you grab your fan. You definitely want your super bonder to do what it needs to do in order to seal the deal, but I just use the fan for, comfort reasons. Right now, I'm just making sure that inner lash line or that inner corner is all going in the same direction. And look at that. It's still very much wispy, but the depth that we created with those volume fans is definitely serving a cat eye, and they still look extremely fluffy, extremely nice. But that completes the look for this video. Make sure you all subscribe, and thank you so much for supporting my channel.